Hi and welcome to my ANC TV. My name is Sipho. We are at the Media Center after Utata Nelson Mandela's funeral. I'm now sitting with Mr. Sipho Nkosi, CEO of Exaro Resources. Mr. Nkosi, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Today at the funeral, there were lots of speakers that were paying tribute to Datu Mandela. What really stood out for you?
Well, thanks. I mean, this week has been incredible, has been great. I mean, there were quite a lot of things that were said about Datu Mandela. But for me, what was big was that he was not just a theorist, but he was also an implementer. And I learned that it's good to talk. It's well and good to talk and theorize, but if you do not implement, people don't see that, and that doesn't become visible in their own life. Second thing that was very clear to me as I was sitting there listening was that Datu Mandela is still with us, because his ideas are with us in our hearts. And it is important that as we walk along, we take these ideas and implement them ourselves and let them be visible in our own lives. As South Africans, I think we've been given a big challenge, because when you walk across the world, people will look at you and say, "You're from South Africa, Mandela land." And then they will say, "What have you learned from Madiba?" As the president of Malawi was saying today. What have you learned from Mandela? That is important. So South Africans are carrying a big load on their shoulder, which is great because we know where we're going with this.
And what really do you remember about Datu Mandela? What stands out for you when you think of him?
Apart from pushing us to give him money to build schools and build clinics, I just think that he was a man who was very decisive. He focused on something, he was very decisive, and if he believed in that and has consulted as widely as he can, he would force his way, he would implement that, whether people liked it or not. But the other thing that he did well was that he demonstrated that he was a leader. He would not only listen to what people were saying or advising him. If he felt that, you know what, I needed to do this thing because it is important, I believe in it, he will do it. So that's a mark of a great leader. You know, one of the big things in leadership which separates people is what I call judgment. Mandela had judgment, and he could listen to all sorts of things, and then he would use his judgment. And by and large, we are where we are today. We are a very important country in the world because of the judgment that he portrayed and implemented at some point.
Datu Mandela loved children. What would you say to the young people in South Africa today, on this day?
Go to school. It is critical that kids must go to school. The world out there is very competitive. The world out there is very rough. If you do not have the tools to deal with the world, you will have a problem and you will suffer. Two, I want to say to them, do not cut corners. Do time, because time is very important. That will serve you well in future when you face challenges around the world.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nkosi.
Pleasure is mine.